Okay, this is a quick demonstration on the transfer of heat through conduction. So conduction is the idea that molecules are of a matter are superheated up and they start to go fast. They start to move around and expand, and then they touch other molecules down the line, and those start to get excited, and those touch other ones, and they just passes it right down the line. The key to conduction, transfer of heat through conduction, is the idea of molecules touching molecules. So if I put a heat source underneath this piece of copper, this is a copper piece of copper. If I put the heat underneath it, I put a match head right there, and it doesn't catch on fire. I put a match head right there, it doesn't catch on fire, and I put a match head here, it doesn't catch on fire because it's too cool. But what would happen if I light this burner and it heats up the copper underneath that match? Will they all go at the same time? Let's find out. So this is for your slide on conduction in your virtual science notebook. So I'm going to light that, and it's just going to heat up underneath that copper. Now, copper tends to be a really good conductor of heat, so the molecules heat up quickly and go heat up other molecules very quickly. So as I'm going through this is just it's heating up. The heat source is going from here to the bottom of the copper. The bottom of the copper is heating up, and the match head is touching the bottom of the copper. So eventually, over a period of time, it will light according to the theory of transfer of heat through conduction. Conduction means molecule to molecule. There are three ways that you're learning how this works. This is one of the three ways. So this is one of those demonstrations that takes a few moments. There's one. There you go. So now we know that it got very hot, that the heat went from the flame to the copper. We know that because that match didn't catch on fire until the end. Until it had time to get that area warm and hot. So now you can just imagine the heat molecules bouncing in and moving down this copper piece of copper. So if the theory of conduction of heat through, or transfer heat through conduction, then you will see that the next match will light eventually, and then the third light. There's the second one. So now that heat is just moving in this direction. It's not hot enough to the third match yet to light the third match on fire, but it certainly is hot enough to light the first and the second. So it shows you that heat is just transferring down that piece of copper. Eventually, it actually gets this glass warm. If I touch the glass, it'll be warm eventually also. That's just the conduction of heat energy or heat. So we're waiting to see what happens. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Just watch right there. There it is. Watch. What you'll do is you'll write on that slide in your science notebook. There it goes. So there's all three different times that the match is caught on fire as the heat through conduction went molecules to molecules all the way down that piece of copper. So this is what you record in the conduction, which is actually, I can tell you what slide it is. It is slide number 9. Slide number 9. Go ahead and read it, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Thank you.